What's up, guys? Welcome back to another MCOC Alliance War, and this is the final war of Season 7. And trying not to use any items, trying to get through this without any deaths, but I do make a big mistake in this fight. And it's not the typical mistake that you would do against Black Panther Civil War. I didn't get hit by the L1, which is unblockable. You know, if you get too close when he throws it, then you won't be able to evade out of it, so keeping my distance. And I didn't parry him by accident, so but what ended up happening is I guess I had too much distance, and when he threw it, I dashed back twice. I think that's what I'm doing now, dash back. Nope. Looked like I was just dashing back once. Okay, so what ends up happening is on this next one, bait out this heavy, throw my L1, get some distance, and I end up dashing back twice, try to come in and punish. See that extra one right there? So that gave him enough time to recover from it. Come in, he dexed out of that medium attack, came back and punished me. So yeah, wasn't able to survive this war. It's kind of embarrassing getting KO'd on the first fight, especially to a Black Panther Civil War who somebody took to rank 4. Very, very surprising. But I mean, he did get a kill there, so you know, can't knock him too much. But yeah, trying to bait out this special. Then I was just having, I don't even think he threw this special. Oh, okay, he did. So he did throw another special after that. I think I end up pushing him back, and yeah, that's what it is. Just end up pushing him back, letting the debuffs finish him off. So attacking into his block. You see me throwing a light attack at the air, just getting him to hold his block so I can push him back. He's building up fury, so at this point I can't even take a block hit. Definitely can't get hit. Up to 15 stacks. Yep, 15 stacks. Finally throws a special right before he died. I know the AI loves to do that. Like, they don't want to throw specials sometimes, and then right before they die, they go ahead and throw a special. So up next, make another mistake here. I should have attacked into him. I'm not sure why I had so much space. Typically I'm able to do that, dash back and then come in, but for some reason I had so much space when I did that one dash back that I wasn't able to punish him with my heavy attack. But I didn't even need to do that because it was the first hit of the fight. I could have just attacked into him to get rid of the shield, and then backed off, bait out a heavy attack, and then go in, punish him, and get the Bane on him. But yeah, so I actually didn't do too well in this fight, but I did finish, I think, around 50% health, just messing up on the Bane transfers, and like I said, messed up early on in the fight. I did get a good one there, got the intercept, and he is about to go down here pretty soon. I end up do I attack into his block here? Yeah, just go ahead, attack into his block, finish him off. So yeah, up next we have a 6-star. Oh yeah, connection issues. That was the other thing about this one. There's lots of connection issues. So, oh, a big thing right here. So I was like, go ahead and pop a regen boost, and it took so long for it to apply. Look, it was down to 2 minutes 25 seconds left when I finally apply, which is pretty messed up. So the plan was to do this fight fast enough to get into the next fight to get the double boost, if you want to call it. I don't know what you want to call it, but have the combat regen boost for this fight and the next fight. But with all the connection issues, I wasn't able to get him down. So right there, what happened, I threw the light attack. I thought he was holding his block, and then I dashed back, but no, he was not. I'm actually going to do that again later on in this fight, but when I do it the second time, I actually catch him because I think he dashed back, so I dash back and throw a light attack to try to hold his block, and he actually dashed in and I intercepted him. So I'd like to say that I was planning on doing that, but I was not. So I can't remember where exactly in the fight that happens, but it does happen. Oh, it's right there. Okay. I didn't throw my L1 because I had the... I was going to ask why... Like, wonder why I didn't throw the L1, but it's because I was full on the buffs. So yeah, I just trying to... Now that I'm in Fear to Void, I'm just trying to bait out the first specials and attack into his block whenever I can. Drop my L1s whenever possible. Just trying not to take any blocked hits. Don't want to really do any more parries. I'm not sure how many parries I have left. Could have finished that out, thrown the L1. Maybe that would have finished him off, but I didn't want to push him to 2 bars of power and have to worry about evading that special. So more connection issues, like I said. So yeah, by the time I got out of that fight, over 3 minutes had passed. Well, I'm not sure if over 3 minutes had passed, but from the time I popped the boost, over 3 minutes had passed. Even though the fight didn't take too long, I should have technically been able to get in and out and into the next fight, but yeah, like I said, lots of connection issues. So this fight ended up going longer than expected, much longer. And one of the things I was going to try to do was get some regeneration, so I wanted him to hit me with this L1, so bait out this L1 here, and you're going to see I just stand here. I was thinking that I was going to walk forward, but I didn't, so I should have dashed in to make sure that I got hit, but then after that, I was like, you know what, I'm not even going to bother with it because it's a 90% chance, and the way this war is going right now, I probably won't get the armor break on me, so just go ahead and try to just take him down regularly. Throw this L1 here, timed it pretty well, but he did shrug it off because of the his Furies on there. But which was fine because I wanted to... I didn't want to throw a second special, so I would have either had to try to get the buffs off of him or end up pushing myself to another or a second special. So here, just trying to get these Furies off him. He had 6. So yeah, just parrying him back up, parry back up, and finally able to get rid of those Furies. So watch what happens. I think it's coming up here. So my plan was to throw this. Let me see what happens. So he shrugged that off. I was going to throw that, and for it to be shrugged off, and all the debuffs went away. I'm like, what the heck just happened? So yeah, he shrugged off all the debuffs for whatever reason, and yeah, so he ended up getting when I gained dexterity, he ended up getting regen, so it made the fight a little bit longer. Luckily that didn't cost me the fight. Go ahead and throw this L1, get that Fury off of him, and go in, finish off the fight. But yeah, fight would have been over probably like 30 seconds faster if that didn't happen, and honestly I didn't even need to throw the more connection issues there. I didn't even need to throw the L1 because he was about to go into Fear to Void, and that technically I didn't need him to go into Fear to Void. I could have just left the debuffs on him and finished it off faster, but yeah, I thought about healing up. Actually, I waited, gave it some times because there was like so much connection issues. I got nervous at the end of that last fight. I thought that it wasn't going to count because you saw that the message popped up before saying that I got the KO. Like the message popped up saying that lost connection to the server or whatever. So yeah, I didn't think it was going to count, but when I came back into the fight, it did count. So yeah, I was happy about that. And then this Iron Man Infinity War, pretty risky. It continued to attack into him when he had 3 armor ups, just because he could have gone and got 4 in the middle of the combo, and if I wasn't fast enough to stop, then I would end up getting parried. But yeah, I just went for it. Going into the heavy attacks, I'm actually getting... he has been less stressful fighting lately. Because what was happening before is I would spend like the whole fight just doing heavy attacks because I couldn't get his armor down low enough to actually attack into him. So it was like very stressful fighting him. I was getting him down, but very annoying fight. But recently fighting him, like I said, I've been able to hit him with combos, so it hasn't been as bad. Go ahead and push him to L2. I prefer to bait out the second special versus the first one, just because one, you're doing evading less specials, and 2, I find the second special to be a bit easier to evade. Plus, if I get hit by the first one, then I get the shock and he'll... No, I don't get hit block on me. I just get the shock on me. If I get hit by the second one, I think there's a chance that I could get stunned. I can't remember. I think there's a chance I get an armor break, and then there's incineration, but Void is incinerate immune, so don't have to worry about that. But I think the second one does do a bit more damage, but I'm less likely to get hit by that. It's easier to evade. Don't have to worry about evading too late like you do with the first special. But anyways, went into the next fight. Saw that I had where champion had 3 persistent charges. I was hoping that it was going to be Mephisto. When I scouted ahead and checked the person's profile, I saw that he had a rank 4 Mephisto. So I'm like, hopefully it is him, not Morningstar, because if it was Morningstar, I would have had to heal Blade back up and probably like close to full. I'm not sure, but yeah, it was Mephisto. Really like fighting Mephisto on this node, or any node that doesn't have like Limber or something. Actually, it doesn't even matter if it has Limber. Any node, as long as I have Void, don't mind fighting Mephisto, just because Void just fights him straight up. You do want to get those petrified debuffs on him early, just so you don't have to worry about his power gain from Aura of Incineration. But aside from that, very easy fight, so take him down. On to the final fight, at least the final fight that I recorded of this war and of the season. I got a Sabretooth here. Watched a lot of Brian Grant's videos, and I guess he doesn't actually fight Sabretooth too much. He fights Green Goblin a lot on this node. I find that I feel like I fight Sabretooth. Maybe not so much this season, but at least last season I fought Sabretooth on this node a lot. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I don't think he fights Sabretooth too much, so... which I prefer to fight Sabretooth, except for that last time. I think it was the last fight. I got caught by the L1, but typically I get through it unscathed. He is normally pretty generous about throwing his specials, especially the first one if you give some space. Just have to be careful not to dash back right as he's about to throw it. So that happened to me last war, so kind of nervous about baiting out that special. So he threw a dash back, he threw it right away, so yeah, it just makes me a little bit uneasy. And I actually don't mind pushing to the second special. Just block the first part, evade the rest. Sometimes I might try to evade the whole thing, like if I'm in arena or something, but in war typically I don't want to slip up, so I just block and then evade. The champion is the main boss. I didn't record any of that fight. I just went in to do some chip damage. It wasn't much, and it wasn't a long fight. Void can't do much against him. We did end up losing this war, so 2-9-1. That was a terrible season for us. So looking forward to the off season and curious about how things will go for Season 8 as far as the updates and all that. But I will record Season 8 and upload the whole season. But yeah, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.